Hi everyone, it's Don. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, I I just went down and I saw a show in 270. And it's the show that has a bunch of big screens, there's a stage all around, it's multi-level, lots of special effects and everything. And but one thing I did not count on was somebody being thrown out of the theater. That's right, just as the first performer came out in the theater and everything had lowered down and he was doing his little monologue thing, he's like a magician and he's opening up books and he's starting to get the things ooh, kind of sound effects like that, very low, very soft. We started hearing, "Get out! Get out!" And we couldn't really see it because where we were is one of the stage performances where dancers come up and they pop out of this area and they dance here or they'll run down. It's also a spot where they drop down from the ceiling. But apparently from what I gather, some people came in late, and in this theater, because there's social distancing on board and it's a vaccinated only, they had certain seats with signs on them that said reserved for social distancing. Like in the very front, they had 2 rows blocked off in the very front of the theater because the dancers dance so close and they shoot out their sweat and stuff like that. So they cordoned off 2 rows there, and the seat beside me was cordoned off because the dancer would pop up here. And so apparently people came in late, just picked up the signs and moved them out of the way and sat down. And that did not sit too well with other people who had arrived on time to get their seats. This is also a show that you have to make a reservation for. And it says if you want good seats, it even says it right there in the app. If you want good seats, it opens 45 minutes before the show time to arrive early. And these people showed up 2 minutes to go before the show. And they expected to sit right up front in those reserved seats that you weren't allowed to sit in. And people were having none of it. I'm gonna tell you, they had none of it. The entire section cheered as they were being removed. And it wasn't the cruise line that went and said it. The cruise line jumped in the minute the other people spoke up. I don't know if they were gonna say anything. I couldn't see anything. In fact, when the first time I even knew anything was going on was when somebody yelled, "Get out." And yeah, some people were not having it. And you know what? It's very clear. It said do not sit there. And I don't understand. I do not understand people who just don't want to follow company rules. They want all the benefits, but they don't want the rules. I want to do anything I want. Yeah, but it's not your ship. It's not your company. It's not your employees. It has nothing to do with you. You want to do this, you have to do this. And one of the things you have to do right now is social distance, not sit in those seats. I just saw Tony's video and he mentioned the same thing people were mentioning. People got on the elevator with him and didn't have a mask on. And you know what, I was just on a ship that you didn't have to wear a mask, but on this ship, in the general public, you have to wear a mask, but the show we went and saw was a vaccinated show only. So no children under 18 or no children that weren't able to be vaccinated, no adults that weren't vaccinated. You had to be vaccinated, and sure enough, you didn't have to wear a mask in there. Even if you weren't drinking, even if you were doing, you did not have to wear a mask. It was a vaccinated only show. So that's great. But they still have to follow the social distancing rules that they put in place. And I really, you know what? I hate the mask as much as the next person. I really, really do. I loved my celebrity cruise that I didn't have to wear a mask. But when they asked me to put on a mask, and I want to go on their ship, I'm going to do it. If they ask me not to sit in that one seat and pick from the 58,000 other seats, I'm going to pick from the 58 other seats. I'm not more important than the cruise line industry or any other guest on board. And I do not understand how some people just don't understand that. Just don't understand that. I don't know. I don't know. There was a gentleman who came up and tried to take the seat that said, "Do not sit," and another seat that said, "Do not sit," and move them together right beside where the dancer was dancing as if that was going to be okay. Guess what? It wasn't okay. And we didn't let him do it. Because, I'm sorry, we have to follow the guidelines they want. Because I don't want anything to interfere with the restart of cruising. These guidelines are going to start disappearing soon enough. They're going to be starting to be eliminated. And I say you're going to start seeing a lot of these protocols start to disappear as soon as they get over the hump of the initial winter season. Through November, through December, starting in January, you're going to start to see some of these protocols easing. Then you're going to see February, March easing more, especially with all the good news coming out right now with the new COVID pill and the new medical science breakthroughs and all these other things that are happening. Just follow the rules a little longer. I mean, nobody ever says that stoplight is optional. Nobody ever says that wearing your seatbelt is optional. Nobody ever says entering where the pilot sits in the airplane is optional. You can do it if you want. No, you can't. So just follow the damn rules.